Madison's One City Schools marks a big milestone tomorrow. The independent charter school on Madison's South Side has been educating children now for a decade.
And One City is holding a community rally tomorrow at the Sylvie to celebrate its 10th anniversary. The founder and CEO of One City Schools, Kaleem Claire, is here with us today. Welcome back to Live at 4.
Thank 10 you. Years. Wow. Time 10 years, flies, my friend. Good to see you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, going back, when this all started, we wanted to know a little bit about how did you have this idea? And it sounds like you stepped away from Madison for a little bit, and how did that influence the birth of this?
You know, coming up here, education was something that was really important in our family, especially my grandmother. She grew up in the South, and down there they didn't have high schools or easily accessible schools. So she was always pushing that with us. And while I didn't do as well as I could have in high school, I was surprised when I went in the military, ended up at a black college, Hampton University, really matured, came back, and saw how many of our kids weren't going to school, how many weren't doing well, my own peers. And I was like, we got to do something about this. So I switched literally from being pre-med to actually going into education, and quickly came up with the thought that we got to develop new schools for kids.
And you blinked your eyes, and now 10 years have gone by. One City Schools is very unique. The demographics are very different than any other Madison public school. Explain a little bit about what makes One City special.
So we're the most diverse school. We have 92% students of color, 70% poverty, and 20% students with special education needs. There's no school like this in Dane County. But we also had the greatest increase in student performance last year for Black and Latino students, that we were really proud about. We have 2 teachers in the classroom through 2nd grade. We have a healthy meals program. Our kids eat free lunch, breakfast, snack. I don't know what's going to happen with the Trump administration peeling back things, but we've had that. We have academies where our kids do art, STEM. They get out in the world, they get to experience Madison the way families and kids with resources do. But the whole goal for us is to make sure our kids are ready to make this world better for all of us. And that's their education, that's the focus.
And of course, celebrating 10 years, but there are always challenges. You mentioned a few of them, and I believe one of them was the delayed start of the high school program. You know, how do you overcome things like that and keep going?
You know, we're an innovation, and not everything you try will work. And we're also very transparent. We're okay with telling people things that we've tried that don't work, because our hope is that the things that we do, that we do well, others will replicate and even do it better than us. The things that we don't do well, either they'll learn from it and maybe figure out a better way to do it, or decide maybe we don't go down that path. And we're not openly experimenting with our kids. We want our kids to do well. But as a public charter school, those schools are designed to seed innovation and for others to learn from them. So we tell everybody we're the lab school for the state of Wisconsin and Dane County, whether people like it or not. So we try things that didn't work. We had teachers that weren't ready for the students that we had, and students that honestly weren't ready for the curriculum that we had, a college prep and career prep curriculum. So we backed up, focused more downstream, and we'll see. We're still hopeful that we can bring high school back. But we're having conversations with our local schools too, school districts, about, maybe we can be a filter to bring kids who are really highly prepared to them.
And you're having a big celebration tomorrow night at the Sylvie. You have a famous face coming to support you, as well as the fabulous Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings. It's really a community celebration.
Oh, we decided, One City, we were like, we're not really cool with shining lights on us like that. So we said, let's turn it into a rally. It's a fundraiser for us. We've never done one in 10 years. So we're like, let's turn it into a rally. And with all that's going on in education, let's get the community focused on young people. So we're expecting a good turnout and a good time.
And LeVar Burton might show up.
Yeah, he's coming to dinner with us tonight.
That's fantastic.
Where can we meet you?
I know. I would tell everybody there'd be a line of people, but he's a great person, interesting person. He said one comment he made to us was, he said, I look back on my life, and he said, I realized in Roots, I educated people about what it was like for our people to come here as slaves. And then we had to become readers and learners in order to integrate here. So through Reading Rainbow, I helped us get set up for that. He said, and then with Star Trek, I have to aim for the stars. So he said, I'm putting this whole journey of my life together. And he ended with, so just be prepared. I'm coming as my authentic self.
That's really cool.
So it's going to be a great conversation.
Congratulations, Kaleem. Continued success with the school. Great to see you.
Thank you.